A todos mis amigos mexicanos, bienvenidos, aficionados al box, a la Arena Ciudad de México. Tenemos una gran noche del boxeo en una promoción de Music Vibe y All In Group en asociación con Sanfer Boxing. Patrocinadores: Blindajes EPER, Big Bola Casinos, Jumes, Red Wings y Auténtico Vertical. This bout is sanctioned by the WBC, the president, Mauricio Suleiman, the supervisor and presidente de la Comisión de Box de la Ciudad de México, Ciro Nucci. Ahora presentando a los jueces, introducing our judges, scoring from ringside, we have Adrián Mesa, Miguel Morán y Rey Danseco. Y el referee de esta pelea, Héctor Afu. All right, fans, here we go with the co-main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing for the WBC Silver Super Bantamweight Championship. 12 asaltos por el Campeonato Mundial Plata Peso Super Gallo WBC. Introducing to you first on my right, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black trunks with 121.7 pounds. Presentando la esquina azul, tiene un peso de 121.7 libras. With a record of 21 wins, 4 losses, he has 17 wins coming by way of knockout. Su récord profesional, 21 victorias y 4 derrotas con 17 ganadas por la vía del knockout. Demos la bienvenida al ex retador campeonato mundial de Yerevan, Armenia, introducing the former world title challenger, Crazy A. Azad Hovhannisyan. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing white trunks trimmed in the colors of the Mexican flag. He weighed in at 121.5 pounds. Y su rival en la esquina roja pesa 221 libras y medio. He is undefeated in his campaign with a record of 28 wins, no losses, 1 draw with 16 wins coming by way of knockout. Tiene un sobresaliente récord de 28 victorias y un empate sin derrota, con 16 ganadas por la vía del knockout. Clasificado número 1 peso Super Gallo CMB, introducing the undefeated WBC #1 world ranked contender de la Ciudad de México. Aquí está el invicto David Picasso. Y aquí está el referee Héctor Afu.
A sangre y fuego, con todos los huevos. A sangre y fuego.
En los camerinos, quiero una pelea limpia. I want a clean fight, okay? Touch glove, good luck. Buena suerte.
Well, on a night featuring a lot of exhibition boxing, this fight promises to be as real as it gets. Two fighters with an identical vision of how to fight. The baby-faced Alan Picasso and Crazy A with a little bit of gray in his beard are ready to go to war in Mexico City. Round 1 scheduled for 12. Hear the chants of Picasso in his hometown of Mexico City, as Picasso looks for some space and range to work from. You know where Crazy A gets most of his work done, on the inside, applying that steady, tight, compact pressure. And as is the case with many volume punchers, pressure fighters, Hovhannisyan can start slow at times, but getting some good work done to the body there a moment ago.
Yeah, both of them are going to the body early in this fight. Definitely a feel-out round, but they're touching each other.
This combination there from Picasso, the right hand wrapping around the guard of Hovhannisyan as he looks for an uppercut through the middle.
If this is an indication to what's going to come, then we're going to see a tough fight, because you're not seeing much head movement. You're just seeing, you know, I'm going to go, I'm going to cover up, and then you go, and I'll cover up. So they're letting their hands fly.
Encouraging start here for Hovhannisyan, who's taken what he's been given here, which is those shots to the body, just placing the right hands to the midsection of Picasso numerous times here in the opening round. Hovhannisyan going back to that same combination. Just kind of posting with that lead hand, placing the right hand downstairs, now climbing the ladder. It's round 2 underway. Alan Picasso and Azat Hovhannisyan. It's a 12-round fight here that could determine which fighter will get a big opportunity in the 122-pound weight class, as Picasso lands a nice uppercut a moment ago, and that backs Hovhannisyan up. And now Picasso rips an uppercut through the middle, with Hovhannisyan trying to work off the ropes.
Maybe Hovhannisyan tried to slow down the action a little bit with a little low blow. So give me a second here.
Well, Picasso has been surrounded by some of the brightest minds in Mexican boxing at various stages in his career. Mentorship from Eric Morales, proximity then to Jaime Munguia during that time, and then all the time that he spent in the Alfredo Caballero camp alongside Juan Francisco Estrada and Miguel Berchelt. Picasso has learned from the best. As Hovhannisyan comes charging ahead with some nice left hooks there a moment ago, and again, bring that right hand to the body. But back comes Picasso, letting those uppercuts go.
I'll be surprised if this fight goes the distance. These guys are really digging in these shots.
Right hand over the top there from Picasso. Prior to the Luis Neri fight, Hovhannisyan had only been on the canvas once, that at the hands of Walter Santabanez, excuse me. It took a murderous puncher like Luis Neri to finally truly crack him.
I think Hovhannisyan is such an experienced, smart fighter. You know, obviously you're fighting a younger guy who's faster than you. Sometimes he counters a little bit faster, but he's just going to that body, investing in that body with some really hard shots. It says, I'm gonna slow this young guy down, or at least attempt to.
And that's really the proposition that Hovhannisyan poses to his opponents. It's basically, I can take these shots for 12 rounds. Can you?
Yes.
Can you take my pace and those body shots? Because I'm gambling that I can take what you're landing up top. And that's worked many, many times throughout his career. It ultimately didn't against Luis Neri, but it was looking very close to working, even against a fighter as great as Neri.
Absolutely.
Hovhannisyan trying to come over the top of the left hand, and that'll do it for...
Good 1-2 by Picasso. You know, very competitive round. And you see Hovhannisyan just landing his combinations as well with a left hook.
So round 3 begins as Alan Picasso was rated #1 by the WBC at 122 pounds. Takes on Azat Hovhannisyan, the through line. Of course, that the divisional champion is now Inoue. That's who Picasso is chasing, and Azat Hovhannisyan, a former sparring partner of Inoue, as he backs Picasso up with a nice body shot and then a chopping right hand over the top. Picasso getting the crowd excited with some of this head movement, as they're appreciating his defensive acumen. As Hovhannisyan continues to bring the pressure.
I think he's more effective from the right-handed stance. I see every once in a while he switches to southpaw. I think the harder shots is when he's orthodox. He's going to hold a little bit and hit. He's making this a dirty, rough fight. Try to slow the young man down.
A step back counter there from Picasso a moment ago. And you can see every once in a while Julio Cesar Chavez Sr., who's on commentary on TV Azteca, pantomiming and giving advice to Alan Picasso in the middle of the fight.
While he's calling the fight.
Right. I wonder if you're Picasso, you got to be seeing that, right?
Oh, 100%. You think he's a little biased?
I'm not going to accuse El Campeon of anything. Nice step back counter again, employing some of what Chavez was showing him a moment ago, coming up through the middle. That's an encouraging sign for Picasso. We mentioned how tight and compact Hovhannisyan could be, and typically can be a little bit difficult to hit with uppercuts. Picasso is finding a route for those right now.
And at that time, Picasso was in the southpaw stance. And like I said, I just like him better when he's tight, high guard, right-handed stance.
Picasso showing some different defensive looks there. Nice quick combination there from Hovhannisyan, though. And a right hand from Picasso and a left hook right at the bell.
It's high-level stuff right here.
There and be a war horse all the time. That certainly fits my personality and my style. I want to go 100% and bulldoze guys over, but it's not necessarily in my best interest all the time.
No, but you also can't get outworked by the younger guy who's, you know, he's throwing hard shots as well, to the body and up top.
It's Hovhannisyan being warned for shots straying low.
I think they're both, you know, occasionally landing low blows, maybe not on purpose, but they go into their body so much. Occasionally you're gonna stray low.
Picasso really liking that left hook to the body, left uppercut combo. Again, very impressive that he's been able to break through the guard of Hovhannisyan in doing that, as Hovhannisyan goes around the guard of Picasso with a slapping right hand.
Right. I like the way he steps in, kind of fakes going to the body, and then goes up top with that left hand and it landed.
It's a nice 1-2-1 from Hovhannisyan a moment ago. Prior to turning pro, Hovhannisyan had over 300 amateur fights. Quick counter on the inside from Hovhannisyan. He goes back downstairs to the body. Going back to the amateur pedigree of Hovhannisyan, obviously his reputation is that as a pure action fighter, but there's obviously some nuance to his work as well. There's that counter left hook from Hovhannisyan again. As Picasso's digging to the body, he's countering up top.
They're definitely taking turns and landing shots and throwing shots.
Trading heavy combinations for big portions of this round. Nice counter shot there from Picasso, but the right hand from Hovhannisyan got there.
Oh, yes.
At the same time.
Picasso was setting them up, baiting them in for that check left hook. Nice combination. He seems to squeeze, Picasso seems to squeeze that left uppercut in through the guard a lot. It's not a blow that'll hurt you, but it lands and sets up that right hook sometimes, and it scores.
Round 5 begins of a fight that is living up to the billing thus far between Alan Picasso and Azat Hovhannisyan. Everyone expected action, and we are getting it. A true litmus test for Alan Picasso here tonight. There were certainly safer, less dangerous options for him out there. But he chose to take on Crazy A here tonight. He's getting exactly the kind of fight that he asked for.
I don't understand why he switched, you know, why Hovhannisyan switches southpaw, because this is what happens. I want to see what he does from this low blow.
That shot straight low, and that is following an existing warning. So we'll see if potentially a point is taken away here from Hovhannisyan. Could already have an important moment in this fight.
Oh.
And there it is.
Wow.
Point taken away from Hovhannisyan for the low blow.
Let's see how Hovhannisyan responds from this. Like, is he going to shy away from body shots or what?
Well, that is a massive boost for Alan Picasso, especially in a fight like this that's full of these kind of you go then I go type rounds. Yes. Both fighters landing big stuff.
But right after that, Hovhannisyan went straight to the body with a right hand.
Yeah, I don't think that Hovhannisyan is going to be deterred from going to the body. But it certainly is something to keep in mind, not just the point deduction, but what would happen if those low blows continued to come in.
He just warned them again, and I just think both of those punches were legal, you know, and they weren't low. You don't see the belly button of Picasso, and if you're hitting that the top of the shorts. That's not low.
It's double left hand there from Picasso a moment ago.
Good check hook by Hovhannisyan.
Yeah, Hovhannisyan comes back with a better one. Hovhannisyan looking for the combination that his corner was asking for between rounds. They want that sweeping right hand and then the jab down the middle. So a 2-1, but with a little more arc to the right hand, as Hovhannisyan briefly losing concentration entirely to try and fire up the crowd.
Where's CompuBox when you need him? Because who's winning this fight? They are literally trading shots. Every time you call out a shot from Picasso, Hovhannisyan comes back with the same shot or maybe something better. I don't know, or something different.
Hovhannisyan trying to incite the crowd that's already chanting Picasso here in Mexico City.
Switches back to southpaw, and that's usually when Picasso lets his hands go.
Well, Francis Ngannou returns to MMA after 33 months away from the cage as he takes on the PFL heavyweight champion Renan Ferreira in the new PFL Super Fights Championship on October 19th.
Aquí está la puntuación oficial, pues A 40 a 36, pues B 39 a 37, pues C 40 a 36, a favor de Picasso.
So this being a fight governed by the WBC, we do have open scoring here tonight. You just heard Jimmy Lennon Jr. announcing that Alan Picasso is presently ahead on the scorecards, or was after 4 rounds. And as we've talked about over the years, that can change how the fight is fought. Now, Hovhannisyan is certain that he's behind on the scorecards and will have to make adjustments accordingly as Picasso lands a beautiful right hand over the top.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of open scoring, but I do see it can help Hovhannisyan right at this particular juncture.
Trading jabs in the center of the ring as Picasso rips a nice left hook to the body. Nice combination on the inside there from Hovhannisyan. The right hand and a quick left hook that just splits the guard of Picasso. And the Mexico City crowd is all over Hovhannisyan every round. Right. You know, I think we can fall into that trap of judging scorecards after the fact of saying this fight seemed close. How did this fighter win 8-4, let's say?
Right.
It's possible for a fight to be razor thin and for a fighter to win 12-0 also. You know, not saying that's how the scorecards should necessarily look right now, but it can go that way.
I agree. You're absolutely right. A very good counter by Hovhannisyan there. The left hand.
Nice left hook to the body there from Picasso a moment ago.
Oh,
Nice left hand there from Hovhannisyan, and an even better one up top. Nice little rally for Hovhannisyan right at the bell.
yeah. That left hook landed very, very flush. He heard him, but he landed so flush he had to go jump on him after that, right after the shot. So hasn't been in the fight yet. Even though he's getting touched up. Good right hand by Picasso. Just back and forth. I mean, they didn't show the nice ending to that round, but just back and forth in that round. A lot of action.
I see the right eye of Hovhannisyan potentially starting to become a problem for him. See the swelling starting to develop around it. Certainly nothing new for Hovhannisyan. You mentioned Picasso doesn't look like he's been in a fight. Hovhannisyan just walking around, not in a fight, looks like he's been in a fight.
He walked into the ring with a little bit of swelling and something under his eye.
Picasso looking to build upon that, and that ramrod of a jab certainly helping matters, but Hovhannisyan with a nice counter right hand. Even if he's not winning these rounds, Barack, Hovhannisyan in spots is showing you what he does so well. We've referenced kind of the compact nature of his offense, and as a result, he can punch with guys really well, and he can threaten to turn this fight in a moment by just punching with Picasso, especially with that counter right hand.
Right, he has the guts to do it, he has the chin to do it, you know,
power to do it,
and the power to do it. Maybe he should do a little bit more head movement so he doesn't get fatigued, you know, taking these shots to land his shots.
Hovhannisyan trying to triple up on that left hook that misses over the top of that one and runs into an uppercut from Picasso before landing a right hand of his own. But look at Picasso starting to layer his shots and put some offense together here in the 7th.
Yeah, I think Picasso's showing that he's younger, showing that he's fresher, and able to let his hands go a little bit more. And maybe in this round, he's landing the harder shots.
Final 30 seconds of round 7. This counter right hand over the top, just as we were talking about that. Picasso lands to the body. But Hovhannisyan's willingness to stay in the fire is giving him opportunities to land big shots. But is he landing enough of them to be winning these rounds?
Yeah, he's landing good flush shots in spots, but it seems like Picasso's landing more.
Picasso just whipping that left hook to the body and the head right at the end of the round. A night not to be missed is headlined by a special live concert from KSI as Misfits Boxing celebrates its 2-year anniversary with an extravaganza of crossover boxing next weekend in Dublin. By now, here on DAZN. Picasso comes out firing that right hand immediately as Picasso and Hovhannisyan go right back into the trenches in the center of the ring. Round 8 underway. A true proving ground type of fight for Alan Picasso. Picasso just really getting full leverage on these hooks now. And this one's starting to devolve into a brawl.
Hovhannisyan's a very dangerous fighter.
Yeah, this might be what Hovhannisyan was really waiting for Picasso to start to get that confidence, to get into some of these exchanges where maybe Hovhannisyan could catch him.
He baited him into the ropes, you know, and maybe Picasso thought he was hurt, and that's why he jumped on him.
A man-making fight for Alan Picasso one way or another. Look at that left hook at the end of the combination. And the chance of Picasso from the arena here in Mexico City.
No jabs, just walking in. Just walking in on the inside.
Picasso really landing some flush stuff here in the 8th round. But he's also really having to earn the space that he wants to operate in here in this round as well, as Hovhannisyan is starting to sell out a little bit more with this pressure.
Right. You know, I think Hovhannisyan is trying to tire Picasso out just with the pressure. Not throwing as many punches as Picasso, but just with the pressure and allowing Picasso to throw a lot of shots. Preserving his energy. Hopefully those shots don't hurt him, but preserving his energy so he can have a spur, you know, a moment like this, maybe, where he's letting his hands go.
As promised, a terrific action fight here in our co-feature between Alan Picasso and Azat Hovhannisyan. You saw those slow motion replays. You wonder if you're getting hit with some of that stuff, how does your line of vision not look like that drone flying around when you're getting hit with 6 shots on the inside like this? Just the grace under fire of action fighters like Azat Hovhannisyan continues to amaze.
You know, it's like the question that you asked earlier. You said, you know, Hovhannisyan had over 300 amateur fights. He had a lot of wars in the pro game with 25 fights. What does he have left at 36 years old? He definitely shown that he has a lot left to be competitive, but he doesn't have that output that the young Picasso has at 24 years old.
Does Hovhannisyan have that extra gear still to break down a young man like Alan Picasso?
I think I see a little blood trickling from Picasso's nose. Maybe that's going to give Hovhannisyan a little bit more confidence.
Certainly looks like it, as Hovhannisyan getting a little bit more animated, trying to goad Picasso into more and more action as he swings and misses over the top, trying to fight his way out of the clinch.
Fans are responding. Fans are loving this fight.
Well, and they're also responding to Hovhannisyan's willingness to kind of play the heel here tonight.
Yes.
Like, intentionally playing to the crowd, asking for more Picasso chance.
Right. Sometimes when a fighter is doing that, they're just acknowledging that they're getting hit as well.
And sometimes this is just Crazy A being Crazy A. You know, when you're asking questions, hey, why is he turning southpaw? Why is he looking at the audience in the middle of a fight? That's just Azat Hovhannisyan being himself sometimes.
Oh, yeah. I agree, 100%. He is crazy. I think he loves this. Loves every moment of it, every minute.
Final 15 seconds around 9. As they trade left hooks to the body. A three-punch combination from Picasso, but Hovhannisyan stands in there and delivers 2 huge left hooks and another one. That might be the confidence boost that Hovhannisyan needs. And things might be getting real for Alan Picasso now.
This is an amazing fight.
You need to give me everything you have left. For the last 2 rounds, okay? One last round, last round. There's 2 rounds now. No, this is 10, 11, 12, there's 3 left. We're doing 12 rounds.
Doing a little math in the corner of Hovhannisyan. Figuring out that they got 3 rounds left.
We can't let him put combinations together.
Well, coming up next, it is our main event. John Gotti III getting a second crack at Floyd Money Mayweather.
That guy looks in shape.
Let's go, okay?
Damas y caballeros, tras del round número 8, aquí está la puntuación oficial. Juez A, 79 a 73. Juez B, 79 a 73. Juez C, 80 a 72. 72 a favor de Picasso.
So you heard Jimmy Lennon Jr. with the update on the WBC Open scoring. Alan Picasso ahead on the scorecards at last tabulation. And even before they heard that, you heard the corner of Azat Hovhannisyan telling him, hey, you got 3 rounds left. You really got to bring it now. And seemingly Hovhannisyan will need either a collection of knockdowns or a knockout at this point of the fight.
Right, and it's not like he's not trying to get it. You see Picasso landing more shots, but Hovhannisyan's landing a lot of flush shots as well. Not as many, but flush shots. It's just Picasso's just eating them well.
Yeah, that's a good point, Brock. I think the motivation is great coming from the Hovhannisyan corner, but it's not like in order to do what he needs to do that you would want him trying anything other than what he's doing right now. I mean, this is just how he fights. And what are you going to ask him to do? Apply more pressure? How can you?
Absolutely. Maybe you could tell him, go back to the body. You know, go back to the body. Try and slow him down a little bit.
Right.
And then maybe we can get that knockout later.
Right. That's a good. I think you could give specific technical instruction, but in terms of his process, Hovhannisyan is doing exactly what you would need to do in desperation times.
Yes. Knowing certainly that I'm down on the cards because of open scoring.
Right.
I think this is a pretty good round for Hovhannisyan. He's letting his hands go. Maybe he got his second win.
Well, going back to the open scoring, Barack, you do wonder, does it change how Picasso will fight these rounds? It probably isn't going to change what Hovhannisyan is doing, but does Picasso, knowing what he has in the bank right now, change how he's operating, or does he stick to how he has been winning these rounds to this point?
See, that's a good question. You already noticed without open scoring, fighters tend to take off rounds when they get tired. And when you know for a fact that you're up 3 rounds or so, you might want to take off a round knowing that I can actually afford to take off this round. That's another reason why I just don't like open scoring. But I do understand that sometimes it can promote fighters to, you know, just give it a little bit more, knowing that they're behind.
Final moments of preparation for John Gotti III.
Go Mexico!
Slip, uppercut by Picasso. Beautiful. Oh, Picasso's just on point this round. Still defensively minded, slipping the jab, landing his own jab. Pretty good round.
Two to go here in Mexico City as the hometown favorite, Alan Picasso. In control, as we know, thanks to the WBC's open scoring. Much to the delight of his hometown audience. And Picasso certainly took what was on paper a very risky test in taking on Azat Hovhannisyan here tonight. But if you're a fan of Picasso's, you've got to like how things are looking right now.
Meanwhile, Picasso, I was just going to say, meanwhile, Hovhannisyan is still in this. You know, still in this fight. Still trying to land something significant.
Hovhannisyan trying to target the body as he just bulldozes his way to the inside.
Yeah, he's getting away with it sometimes. Picasso's not keeping him away with the jab. So he's just coming inside and then working from the inside. Good body work for Hovhannisyan. Have no idea why the referee just broke them up.
There's that counter right hand from Hovhannisyan that landed a moment ago, and that could be a shot you could see potentially turning this fight if Hovhannisyan could find it. When Picasso digs to the body, Hovhannisyan has had success countering over the top with a chopping right hand. It's the type of equilibrium shot that you could see if Hovhannisyan needs something big, maybe changing this fight.
I mean, he's landed that. He's landed on the temple. He's landed it on the chin. And Picasso's just eating it.
Yeah, it hasn't worked yet.
Oh.
Nice left hook there from Picasso.
What do you do when your fighter's doing the best he can, landing the shots that he's trained in the gym to land, and it's just not winning the fight?
A lot of swelling around both eyes of Azat Hovhannisyan right now.
Body shot of his own, and great finish by Hovhannisyan with the overhand right.
#12th and final round of our co-main event. And Azat Hovhannisyan pretty much definitively knows he needs something colossal in this final round.
He's going for it. He's barely listening to the ref. He's going for it. I like to see him work his way on the inside rather than just trying to walk in there.
Picasso wisely tying up when Hovhannisyan gets near.
Running that clock down.
Again, he knows that he just needs to hear the final bell, one would think here. And every little cluster of time that you could kill by holding on is to Picasso's benefit right now.
And with the open score and Picasso saying, you know, I have this fight in the bag. You know, I could just keep him off of me. I can tie him up when need be.
Hovhannisyan going all out here. Nice right hand. The 1-2-1. He's had success with that combination, but clearly not enough of it here tonight.
Wow. Hovhannisyan is in such great shape to have this much energy in the 12th round.
Well, if Team Picasso was looking for a fight to see what their fighter is made of, they picked the right one here tonight. And if he can stand up for another 45 seconds, it will go down as the perfect experiment and excellent matchmaking. But Azat Hovhannisyan has tried his damnedest all night long to ruin these plans. Here, the corner of Azat Hovhannisyan telling him 30 seconds, Azat, let's go.
I think Picasso has definitely shown us some championship qualities. He just happens to be in a division where there's a monster.
A monstrous ovation for Alan Picasso. Showdown. It's Anthony Joshua. It's Daniel Dubois. It's available worldwide here on DAZN. Another outstanding action fight delivered by Crazy A. But a transformative performance from Alan Picasso that will take him to another level, and we are ready to make it official.
Gentlemen, damas y caballeros, tras de 12 rounds, tenemos una decisión unánime. We have a unanimous decision. Judges Adrian Mesa and Miguel Moran both score the bout 118 to 110. Juez Mesa y Moran tienen la pelea 118 a 110. Redan Seco vio la pelea 112 a 108. Redan Seco scores at 120 to 108. He is now the champion and campeón plato peso super gallo CMB de Barrio Bravo.